Good morning. The Pope has sent a message from hospital asking for people to pray for him. The 88-year-old is in a critical condition after what was described as a respiratory crisis yesterday. Now, the Vatican says the Pope had a tranquil night in hospital and that there has been no further crisis. Well, this is the personal message that he's just sent out. Brothers and sisters, happy Sunday. This morning in St. Peter's Basilica, the celebration of the Eucharist with the ordination of some candidates to the diaconate was celebrated. I greet them and the participants of the Jubilee of Deacons, which has taken place in the Vatican in these days, and I thank the dicasteries for the clergy and the evangelization for the preparation of this event. Dear brother deacons, you dedicate yourselves to the word and to the service of charity. You carry out your ministry in the church with words and deeds, bringing God's love and mercy to everyone. I urge you to continue your apostolate with joy and, as today's gospel suggests, to be a sign of a love that embraces everyone, that transforms evil into goodness and engenders a fraternal world. Do not be afraid to risk love. On my part, I am confidently continuing my hospitalization at Gemelli. Carrying on with the necessary treatment and rest is also part of the therapy. I sincerely thank the doctors and health workers of this hospital for the attention they are showing me and the dedication with which they carry out their service among the sick. Tomorrow will be the third anniversary of the large-scale war against Ukraine, a painful and shameful occasion for the whole of humanity. As I reiterate my closeness to the suffering Ukrainian people, I invite you to remember the victims of all armed conflicts and to pray for the gift of peace in Palestine, Israel, throughout the Middle East, Myanmar, Kivu, and Sudan. In recent days, I've received many messages of affection, and I've been particularly struck by the letters and drawings from children. Thank you for this closeness and for the prayers of comfort I have received from all over the world. I entrust you all to the intercession of Mary, and I ask you to pray for me. The words there of Pope Francis. Well, Lisa Holland joins us now from Vatican City. So, Lisa, the words there of the pontiff in his message this Sunday.
Yes, it's a message which he would have read in person had he been well enough to make an appearance here in the Vatican for the traditional Sunday Mass. I think it's worth pointing out, though, is we're not entirely clear when those words were written because, of course, they do sound quite positive, they sound quite upbeat. I'm confidently continuing my hospitalisation, carrying on with the necessary treatment, and rest is also part of the therapy. We are being told from Vatican sources that this message within the Angelus would have been written within the last few days. I suppose it begs the question, would this message have been written by the Pope before the dramatic intervention that was required yesterday, which placed the Pope's health into a critical condition? We simply don't know the answer to the question at this time. However, how is the Pope doing today? Well, another update from Vatican sources within the past 20 minutes or so say that he is conscious, he is eating, he is still on oxygen, but they say that there has been no, in their words, overnight medical crisis. I think that's obviously in contrast to events yesterday where they described that the Pope was undergoing what they called a prolonged respiratory crisis, which involved heavy use of oxygen. But they have said that he has not got out of bed. And when asked if he was in good spirits, they were unable to sort of comment on that. But they have said today, in relation to events yesterday, that yesterday's respiratory crisis was serious and long. I think that in spite of the positivity of the Pope's Sunday message, which he has sent out the text of, and of course is unable to deliver in person, we can be under no illusions about the gravity of the health crisis he is currently facing.